Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to tell you something that I noticed. Um, when I be fighting them evil spirits and them fallen angels and stuff, the other day I was scrapping them, and I noticed, like, when you fight them enough, they pop out like zombies and shit. Like serious zombies, man. Like they'll pop out the ground, boom, and then you'll see them. They'll start walking down the neighborhood, taking off because they lost the fight. Because they like be underground and shit. They show up in my neighborhood, and you could see them, man. They walk into the houses, and then they go underground, and then next thing you know, man, they're up in my tree. And I'm sitting here, you know, we're in the spirit world, and I'm battling with these things, right? But also I noticed, because we can travel all over, but once they pop out the ground, man, I just wanted to tell you something that I noticed, man. One of them popped out the ground the other day, and they pop out the ground a lot. And when they pop out the ground, they start walking over to other houses, trying to get into these houses, you know, try to find a spot where they can find refuge or something like that. It's a trip, man. And so anyways, I was scrapping with them, man. And when they lose, they pop out, right? So this one popped out, man, and it's walking down the street as fast as it can. And the video I want to make is that I want people to call on Holy Father and Holy Jesus Christ before it's too late. Because I'm telling you right now that they are liars and manipulators, and that they're warring in their own world even. Because when I'm fighting them, I'm fighting multiple demons, and they're fighting against each other also. There's no love, okay? Just like before the flood, and literally when we bring up the subject of the flood, it is so serious. People do not comprehend the evil that was going on before the flood, because even the demons and the fallen angels, when we bring up the flood, it gets serious, okay? They can go out there and they'll rape each other today. They'll beat the shit out of each other today as much as they can. But when you bring up the subject of the flood, it gets so serious because it's an understanding of such a rape and murder that has been unseen by humanity before, you know, up to this time. And, you know, the humanity that's seen it, because we were born a long time ago. And when I bring up the subject of the flood, or the subject of the flood comes up, you can see that the whole mood changes in such a manner to where they are seriously in trouble and they know it. The flood scares them more than the shit they're doing now. Because the shit they were doing before the flood, it literally had to be horrible. Because the stuff they're manipulating now is ruthless. It's treacherous, man. I'm fighting and battling with them, and I'm watching their manipulations, and it's horrible. And that's what I want to do this video, to tell you to call on Holy Father and Holy Jesus Christ, because there's no love. Like they were killing each other before the flood, when they pop out the ground today, as I'm battling with multiple fallen angels and demons, if one pops out the ground, the other ones will pop out the ground and chase it down the street. No joke. I watch a lady pop out the ground, hauling ass down the street with the stroller, and the two demons across the street chasing her, fucking screaming at her, telling her, "Ah, you're dead! I'm gonna fucking kill you!" Okay? So I'm telling you right now, you need to call on Holy Father and Holy Jesus Christ before it's too late, because it ain't no joke. And let me tell you something, man. You get trapped in that world, you'll be a piece of property. Because they're trying to kill each other right now. Literally, man. I go into that spirit world, and it's all I can do. Holy Father helps me hold on, man. Because I'm telling you, there's multiple demons. They're 6,000 years old. Multiple fallen angels. And Literally, they have contrived and connived and manipulated since their conception. In all aspect, our Holy Father has been raped and murdered, and His child Jesus Christ in every moment of every day. If you could see the atrocical rape and manipulation that is being performed in every moment of every day against them, you would bow down to our Holy Father and you would love them. And the video is straight up, you need to call on Holy Father and Holy Jesus Christ before it's too late, because I battle with them every day. Manifestation, manipulation, and manifestation is nothing. They'll pop up in the house in 2 minutes. I can order a streetcar. I can drive down the street and I can order a story. You know how they said they built Solomon's temple, the King Solomon's house? They built Holy Father's house overnight. They built Holy Father's house overnight. Okay, they are running around freaking driving in cars. Manifestation into a vehicle is nothing. That's their freaking body. I'm dead serious, man. I've seen them pop out the ground and start walking down the streets. There's multiple demons, multiple fallen angels. They manifest daily, just like it says in the book of Enoch. Them angels, the fallen angels and them evil spirits, they manifest daily. You walk into it's so sickening and so sad, because like a normal family, you know, when you're watching what's going on, it's disgusting, man. I'm watching 6,000-year-old perverts follow my children around and literally mimic their every fucking move and try to be them and literally try to defile them, walk behind them and make noises. They carry conversations in the background of my wife because my child died. So when I go to the store, I look around and I got multiple demons surrounding my wife, talking about the colors of kids' clothes and what their boy is going to do next week, and you know, picking out. And I'm serious, it's a literal manipulation. I see it's like walking into a casino, like when you walk into an establishment. It's like you look and you can see there's multiple demons sitting there, and it'd be like they're sitting at the fucking casino pulling on the, you know, putting in the quarters, but they got headphones on, you know, and they're sitting there listening to this sin, and they're from the devil and from the demons, and they're trying to shop the families off the shelf, man. Sitting there just listening and pulling down the cords, man, on people of sin. If you perform a sin, they'll dance in front of Holy Father in that sin. They'll manifest instantly and make that story. That's how bad and how jealous and how angry they are. They sit behind the TV and throw out cards into the houses of manipulational, constructed manipulational destruction. Literally throwing cards right at, you know how it says the devil deals in cards? Well, if you used to look into your TV, you'd see them sitting there with multiple hands and multiple demons just throwing out cards. And just waiting for people to chew on those cards, man. And the minute somebody grabs onto a sin, that demon is instantly there and tries to reside in that person's house and tries to live there, and will follow that person around and act out that destruction before Holy Father. You know how it says generational curses? Well, when Holy Father woke me up, I'm watching demons that are following people. When you walk into a neighborhood, it's like the same layout. It's 6,000 years of constructive, manipulational, perversional, rape, murder, blasphemy. They're 6,000 years old. They watched this whole place be built. They moved with us. They are the weeds. They're your neighbors, bud. I'm sitting there listening to my neighbor tell me how he splits little girls in half. I'm dead serious, bud, and smiling about it, because I'm at the point right now where I'm watching everything, and all of a sudden I'll ask him why. And it's 6,000 years. It's such a stupid question, because they literally come up to me and they're like, we love it. And I've seen eternity. If you're going to hell for eternity, it is scary, scary, scary. It's such a separation. It's such a complete, you don't want to be there for a moment. And it's in eternity. People cannot grasp what it's like to be trapped in something for an eternity. In complete loneliness and devastation. And we're talking the consumption that they have performed on Holy Father is atomic. There is not one part of Holy Father that they have not inseminally raped and murdered. He sits on the hill heartbroken. I see him in Jesus Christ and their children, and they are the family that is suffering. The devil runs around here in blasphemy and completely destroys Holy Father and Holy Son in every moment of every day with everything that they are. My Holy Father's not dead. He's not in a hospital. He's not sick. He's not in jail. He's not a thief. He pays for his own car. He bought his own house, and he worked with it he died for it. And we're talking blood, sweat, and tears spat upon in every moment of every day, completely blasphemed. And he is so innocent and beautiful and has suffered this devastation so that we could be born. Because he loves us. If you could see, the only reason that any of this is even happening right now is to bring us forth, to keep his children. Jesus Christ died so Holy Father could have us. He is like a mother on the hill in worry and pain, suffering this creation. If anything in your life, when you decide that you're hurt, because we all see this place and the lies that have been constructed over 6,000 years automatically direct you to blame Holy Father. Unless you seek the truth. Our Holy Father is so beautiful and innocent. Don't ever be afraid because you've made decisions and you are aware and you hold yourself in condemnation. You call on Holy Father and Holy Jesus Christ. You are naked in every moment of every day. All they want you to do is to call on them. Recognize, realize, you already know, we already know. We contemplate these decisions with our Holy Father on our daily basis in everything that we do, when we think we're doing something wrong or when we're stuck in our ruts. Call on Holy Father and Holy Jesus so you don't have to suffer the wonderings and the contemplational emotions of your sin. Your sins, and ask them to help you free yourself from the contemplational hardship that's holding on to your heart and the lies. Holy Father loves you. The world paints him as a destructive, mean, angry God, and he is a protective lion. And you are his cubs, man, and he has love in his heart that's heavier and more pure and enduring and adoring in anyone. And his child and their children, Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ and their children.